right, hey guys, just let me get my screen set up here. Today for section 4.5, we are going to talk about DNA. So this is the last section of the unit. Now we do have to dive into food test, as well as we're going to look at DNA specifically with cellular reproduction and understanding how the DNA acts in a nucleus that's not in your textbook, but it will be expected of you on the end of the year state test. So it's really important that we get it covered and that you do have an understanding of it. It's one of those discrepancies with Cambridge versus the state curriculum that we just have to cover, but we'll get to it. Today, we just want to look at DNA really as the structure and its function. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. So it's a nucleic acid. It's found in your nucleus and it makes up our genes and our chromosomes. So it is what makes you you. You got half of your DNA from your mom and half of your DNA from your dad. And that's why you are uniquely you. Now you may look a lot like your mom or maybe a lot like your dad or have some features that are physically very similar to one of your parents, but ultimately you are you. And it's because of DNA. Now with DNA, you can see that the shape that we call this is a double helix. So it's almost like a ladder that has two sides with rungs in the middle, and then it's twisted. So we call that shape a double helix. And then it's also important to note the base pairs. Now for the base pairs in Cambridge, all you have to know is that A pairs with T, and C pairs with G. Now these do have names, adenine, thymine, and guanine and cytosine. You may be asked those on a state exam, but for a Cambridge exam, they just want you to know the base pairs and what letter pairs with what. Great way to remember this. Apples in the tree, cars in the garage. So apples are in the tree, A with T, cars are in the garage, C with G. Now I'm also going to switch over here to another image and pull my little screen over here to show you guys. Each side of DNA is composed of something called a nucleotide. So also just note that individual units of DNA are called nucleotides. So the sides of that ladder of the double helix, like I just talked about, is composed of a phosphate and then a deoxyribose sugar that's in the shape of a pentagon. So you have this as the sides, and then of course here's one of your bases, that A, T, C, or G, adenine, thymine, cytosine, or guanine. Okay, for now, that's going to wrap us up for DNA. More is to come. There's going to be a little bit more to come, but just know that is all for now to get you ready for your check for understanding when we see each other again.